So here we're going to take the curly hair that we've already blown out, but we didn't spend a lot of time making it perfect because we knew we were going to fix it with the flat iron. And we're going to take that hair that already has a little bit of texture to it, and we're just going to refine it. So we're going to make it smooth and straight without having spent so much time smoothing it out. So that way you get the best result and cut out some of the unnecessary steps. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use a clip that really helps with thicker, coarser hair. So you notice that there is a little gap in the clip so that that clip will actually hold more hair and not leave as much of a mark. So we suggest to use a clip like this so there's a little more space, and then you're also able to manage the hair. And as I move forward, you'll notice that I'm sectioning the hair from the top of the crown to behind the ear. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to deal with the back first and then the front. I want to make sure that I can manage the sections I'm working with so that it's not so difficult and I don't get overwhelmed. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure when I clip those sections that those clips are facing away from my section that I'm working with, so that when I grab my horizontal section in the back, that hair doesn't fall backwards into the sections that I'm working with. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the hair, work horizontally in the back, clip the hair that I'm not flat ironing out of the way. And already you can see that most of this is really pretty refined, and I'm just going to take my flat iron and just finish up the blow dry so that it has a nice, elegant finish. So I'm just going to take that hair, I'm going to work from the root down to the mid shaft, following it with the flat iron. And you'll notice I use my comb sometimes I use my hands. You know, whatever helps you manage the hair is what is necessary. The comb is going to help make sure that whatever hair is going into the iron is nice and straight, and also it keeps me from really kind of being a mess with what I'm doing. But you'll notice when I initially start at the root that I follow it through, I walk it down. And what's important also is that I'm really taking my time. I'm not working quickly through that section, that I'm not going over and over and over again. I'm going over the hair once. So I use the idea of do it once very well instead of many times poorly. So again, taking my section, making sure that my flat iron is parallel to the floor, working through that section, following it from the mid shaft or even the root. But again, if I've done a great blow dry, I shouldn't have to worry too much about fixing the mistakes that I would have to make. What I'm doing is I'm just refining and finishing up that blow dry so that it stays a little straighter and that it has a little bit more shine to the hair as I finish. Following it around. And once I've completed the back, if I need to refine any little bits, I can just grab some of the hair and work through and just give a little bevel to the ends so that those ends are nice and soft. And again, you'll notice as I bevel through that root area that I'm really just kind of walking through with that iron, so I'm not clamping down to create a crease, that I really want to heat up that hair first before I close down, and then I can just grab some hair and loosely go through and take my time and bevel around. So again, what's really important to focus on is making sure that that iron is not beveling up and creating a crease in the hair, and that when I come down, I'm giving it a nice soft C shape towards the floor. And then as I get through the sides, I'm just going to continue to take horizontal sections, working my way up the hair, not fixing the mistakes that I might have made with the blow dry. The idea is I want my blow dry to be as clean and smooth as possible so that when I work my way with the flat iron, that I am just accentuating and helping the hair go where I need it to. And again, just coming through. And if there's any little bits of loose hair, where, especially around the hairline where you might have a lot of texture, you can just pinch that hair and just work that iron close to the scalp without burning yourself. Obviously, be very careful, take your time. And if that hair in the back is getting in the way and getting pushed to the front, you can clip that hair out of the way, so that way those sections remain separate so that they're manageable for you to work with. So as I finish the hair, you'll notice I'm just taking it and beveling it towards the face, and even on the other side as I come through, because I just want that angle to just follow around if you have an angle. And then you can always just take those little bits again and refine the little fuzzy hair so that way it stays nice and flat and smooth. So these are the tips and the techniques that you can manage your curly hair so that it's straight and smooth and shiny and healthy without damaging it.